Eat, Sleep, Box and Repeat. I'm joined by Sam Gilley. Sam, how are you?
All good, mate. Thank you. How are you?
Yeah, I can't complain. Can't complain. Obviously, with the fight now just over a week away, when we're filming this, how are you feeling? And how are you in general?
Yeah, good. Yeah, I mean, it gets to the point now where you're just itching for fight week to get in now, and you can start to enjoy like that process. Do you know what I mean? The hard work's done at the end of this week, and then it's just all about fight night. So yeah, very excited.
And how's training been? Has it been a long camp or?
No, do you know what? It's been like we had like in a way like a pre-season because the fight got pushed back. We had like a start of the camp, and then we like tapered off a little bit when the fight was getting moved around and stuff. And then we had 8 weeks of solid work for this. So it's not been too like stressful, like sometimes the trip like camps can drag on, and so this has been quite nice. And the weight's been where the weight was low because of the like the pre-season, if you will. It was it was good. So yeah, it's been nice. It's not been a stressful one.
You obviously mentioned there about the fight being moved about a few times. I think it was first scheduled for the beginning of March, wasn't it? But then it fell through. So does that mean you've had more time? Did you have more time going over this fight in camp because you knew it was eventually going to happen? Or was it a matter of, I'm going to take a week off, taper down a little bit, and then get going again?
No, yeah, so I think we was actually, like, we was meant to be fighting at the end of February. That was meant to be the first date, and then it got moved to March, and then obviously got moved to April. But so no, I just I had a week off. I was still training, but like I just ate some normal food, and so I had a week off for the diet, and then we started again. So, but yeah, so it was it worked out quite nice. But it was just week off, bit of food, and then straight back in.
You're up against an undefeated fighter, 12-0, I believe he is, and Drew Brown. What do you know about him and what he brings to the ring?
Yeah, I mean, 12-0, you got to respect his record, but he's not fought anybody really. So yeah, there's you got to respect him and stuff. But I mean, to be going into your first competitive fight, should we say, in this sort of fight, it's going to be a tough ask for him. But yeah.
And this is obviously the first defense of your English title. You won that last time out. What does that title mean to you, and how important is it that you retain the belt next weekend?
Yeah. I mean, listen, it's massively important, not just for myself, but for my career in general. I mean, it'll be my 15th fight now. So, I mean, it's like the reason I got the fight in the first place was because I unfortunately Drew had to pull out of the fight with Kosakis. I got into that position only on the merit of the arrangement I'd fight Drew Brown after. So to get that out of the way, finish them 2 fights with the English title, then the world's my oyster sort of thing. Then I can go and the doors will open up for me. So it's very important for my career to win this fight in good style, and then it's time to move on and start looking at bigger things.
I think the last time we spoke was after you won the title, and you'd said that one of your aspirations in the short term and obviously long term as well was wanted to be on big TV shows. Obviously this is at the York Hall. It's still on a small hall show. I believe it'll be on. Is it on YouTube and stuff? It'll be streamed live on.
Yeah, it'll be on IFL. Yeah.
IFL, but is it still frustrating, in a sense, for you that this fight hasn't been picked up by a major broadcaster or on general TV?
Oh, mate. I said this in another interview, I think it was a week ago or so, but I don't know whether I need to start being fucking like an arsehole and start shouting in my head, or I don't know what I need to do, but yeah, listen, it is what it is at the end of the day, and we've just got to get through this fight and get the win, and then I mean I've been saying it for a long time, and then hopefully people will start taking some notice. Do you know what I mean? But until this is out of the way, that's the important thing. So we need to focus on this 100%, and then whatever doors open after, that's what will be.
In your last fight there, you mentioned the fourth round knockout victory, and it was a body shot against Korsakis. Do you feel like
Yeah.
the stoppage could be there again on Friday night? Is it something that you go in and look for, or is it just a matter of going in there, doing what you're doing? If it comes, it comes.
No, yeah. When I go looking for it, it doesn't come. So I mean, we've been working in the gym with a great game plan. So listen, I believe I've got the power to stop anyone like at Super Welter. So there's no reason I shouldn't be able to stop him. It's just trying to is what stops the shot from landing effectively. So yeah, I've just got to listen to Rod and not go looking for it, and I'm sure it will come.
This is your 15th pro fight. You're 27. You're ranked 12 in Great Britain, I believe, as well on BoxRec. Where do you currently see where your career is at the minute?
12. I've gone down. Yeah, I was 9. I was 9 a little while ago. I've gone down. Oh,
yeah,
mate,
I'll check there later.
People, to be fair, people have already fought this year, innit? So you drop down where people have been active. So, yeah. Sorry, what was the question?
Where do you see your career currently? Obviously, you know, you're only 15 fights in. You're still young. You're 27. But where do you see yourself sitting at the minute?
Yeah, I mean, I'm just obviously just below British levels, like a ladder, ain't it? I mean, I've done Southern area. After this one's out of the way, then I'm ready for the British. So keep taking steps on that ladder. I mean, I've always said I'd love to complete the domestic steps. So, but I feel like after this fight, I feel like that is my, because I didn't have the amateur background, that is my apprenticeship done. Like, I've been in 3 title fights. I've won 2 titles. I'm now at a weight where I feel more uncomfortable, and now it's time to get myself into some big shows and big fights, and yeah, start earning some good money as well. But yeah, like I say, it all comes down to how I do on the 15th. So that's very important.
You obviously mentioned there about the ladder, so to speak. So the traditional route, you know, you won an area title, and you've won an English title. Obviously, next on the ladder is the British title. Is that something that short term, even this year, maybe definitely next year, but even this year, is something that you've got your eyes set on?
Yeah, 100%. Yeah, end of the year, why not? Like, if the opportunity comes up, of course. I mean, everyone would love to fight for the British title, but if that opportunity presents itself, then yeah, all over it.
We saw obviously the British champion Troy Williamson retain his title against Mason Cartwright there a couple of weeks ago. It was a bit of a grueling fight. Is that would you be? Do you think you can beat Troy Williamson? Is that a fight that you want?
Yeah, I mean, I've just said, do you know what I've just said? Like, I believe I can knock anyone out in the division. I mean, them 2 boys, some of the shots they took, I mean, like, that was an unbelievable fight. But yeah, you've got to stick to a very, very stiff game plan. And I think, like what Mason showed in the first 6 rounds, if you can make him miss and you can counter him effectively, I think you can expose a few things. But mate, they're two great warriors, mate, put on a great fight. So, but you want to go in and test yourself against these boys. We all want the same things. Like, that's why we're competing against each other. But yeah, I mean, great fight, and down the line, they're fights that I want.
Obviously, at 154 pounds, it's safe to say the division's pretty stacked in Britain. You've obviously got yourself, the likes of Ted Cheeseman, Troy Williamson, Sam Eggington, Kieran Conway, Jack Flatley, Kieran Smith. They're all kind of still knocking about there, to name out a few. Do you believe you're right in the middle of those guys and able to mix with them?
Yeah, of course.
Very soon.
Yeah, right at the top of them. Yeah, I believe I've got the talent to beat anyone in the division. So, yeah, why not? Well, I've just got to go out and prove it on the night that everyone has their eyes on you. Do you know what I mean? So, yeah, I've just got to go and do what I do in the gym, and then people start to take note, and they'll realise how good I am.
I know obviously you said before that you want to fight on big TV shows, but obviously this is at the York Hall, you know, very famous. You're on the undercard of the Gwynn and Willis fight. I know you do want to fight on the bigger shows, but is it still good to go to somewhere like the York Hall and the Small Hall show where the crowd's right on top of you and it's buzzing?
Yeah, that is the one that is the one positive about York Hall. It's right on my doorstep for one, so do plenty of tickets. It's not hard for people to get there. It ain't like Birmingham, for example. But yeah, the atmosphere in there is always good. The only thing I wish they'd change is the changing rooms, because they're all falling to pieces. But and I mean, everyone's outside like enjoying the night, and all the fighters are crammed into these little dressing rooms where people having showers and the floors are wet. But so it's a proper like old school night in there. But yeah, it's a great venue.
Funny, I was going to mention that next, because I remember the last time we were talking, you mentioned about the shower situation and the changing room situation.
Oh mate, I've had it so many times. Like, been warming up, someone gets out of the shower and like the whole floor's wet, and then you got like 3 people warming up. You're all like crammed next to you, going, mate. It's not so bad now because obviously since COVID, there's only a certain amount of fights on per show. But when I was boxing on the Goodwin shows, and there was like 300 fights on a night, and you just rammed into these change rooms, so it's not too bad now. But before the limit on fights per show was put in, yeah, it was pretty busy back there.
What does a win do here on Friday night then for your career?
Puts me in line for the British title. Do you know what I mean? Oh, Harry's going to die. Yeah, puts me in line for a British title. I'm hoping this opens a few people's eyes. Do you know what I mean? A few people on big platforms, and yeah. But like I say, rather than thinking into the future, I've got to think about the 15th, and then the doors will open after that. But I've got to take care of business first before anything like that can happen. So yeah, 100% focus on April 15th.
What can we expect then from Sam Gilley on Fight Night on April 15th?
Well, I don't know. Just a very, very, very smart performance from myself this time. Rod's put together a game plan, and yeah, something a little bit different. But yeah, I mean, I always want a stoppage, but when I go looking for it, I don't get it. So that's well out of my mind. But yeah, a very smart clinical performance, and we retain the belt, and then we move on.
And finally, the most important question of all: how's the golf going?
Oh, mate. Do you know what? I've been playing every single Friday. Tomorrow's the only day. I'm the only Friday of this year I've not played. But I was still trying to break 100. Honestly, I shot 102 the other day. I could have cried, honestly. But I'm getting better. But yeah, it's still not great, mate. How's yours?
Not too bad. I'm a fair weather golfer, so I didn't play there yeah, it must have been about 6 months. I was like, no, I'm not going near the course. But I've been back a couple of times now, and I am rusty. But we're getting there. We're getting there.
Oh, mate, honestly, I have one hole where I'm like, right, I'm gonna throw all these in the water, and then the next hole I'll stick an iron near the pin, and I'll sink the putt, and I'll go, oh mate, it's the best game in the world. But oh mate, it does play with your emotions a little bit more than boxing, to be fair. But yes, I mean, when the sun's out, you can't beat it.
So what you're saying is you're not going to be swapping the boxing for the PGA Tour anytime soon?
No, I don't think they will. I don't even think I'm that bad. I don't even think they let me watch the PGA Tour. I'm that bad. But who do you think is going to win the Masters?
Ooh, I think you got to fancy someone like Justin Thomas or
yeah,
one of the Americans. I think. What about you?
Well, yeah, Justin Thomas. I think he's going to be the main one. Isn't he? But I mean, how mad would it be if Tiger Woods come back and won it? That would be nuts, wouldn't it? After that car crash. But I mean, I'd love to see. I can't see it, but I mean, what a story that would be.
Be unbelievable.
Yeah.
Listen, Sam, thanks very much. Really appreciate your time today, and all the best
No
next
way,
week.
mate. Cheers, pal. Thanks for having me.
Come on, all the best.